Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the All Hallows Right tag, which was a tag that started on Tumblr by Sam Cassay. I'll leave the link for the original post in the description below. I wasn't tagged by anybody, but these are so much fun, so I thought I would go ahead and do it. Alright, rules. There are rules. Rule number 1. Provide a brief description of your novel before starting. No problem, I'm on it. Rule number 2, don't use the same character for more than 3 answers. Okay, I got this. So, brief description of my novel. So, my main character is Hazel Cooper, and she lost her mother when she was really young, literally just hours after she was born. It's 15 years later, and her dad just got a new job, so they're having to move from Chicago to a much smaller town in central Illinois. And on top of that, she is going to be attending an elite boarding school on the outskirts of Chillicothe, Illinois, which is the town that they're moving to. So once there, she meets her roommate Ashley, who she kind of clicks with right away. And then Ashley, in turn, introduces Hazel to her small group of friends. You've got Casey, who is the genius pinup girl. And you've got the twins, Violet and Vincent. Rob, who is the socially anxious bookworm. And, of course, the handsome loner, Jax. So things seem to be going pretty well for her. She's starting to make some friends. Things are pretty much returning to somewhat normal, considering she's in a new town, in a new school. Then shit goes down. Hazel finds out that she and her friends are actually the descendants of a sacred coven of witches from 1692. As if high school wasn't enough to deal with on its own, she now has to learn how to control her powers, all while uncovering secrets about her mother. Then shit gets really real, really quick. Because Hazel and her friends discover that a former member from their coven in 1692 is trying to kill them. So, on to the questions. Question number 1. It's Halloween night. What is your protagonist dressed up as? So I actually have 7 protagonists in my story, but we'll go with Hazel. When Hazel was a kid, her dad used to read her Alice in Wonderland all the time, so she would very likely dress up as Alice from Alice in Wonderland. She's been Alice every year since she was 11 for Halloween, and she really misses her dad. So apart from it being her go-to costume, this is also a way for her to kind of stay connected with her dad while she's away at this boarding school. Question number 2. Who in your cast refuses to dress up and show up at the Halloween party without a costume? This would probably be Jax. Jax is not about the dressing up, it's just not his thing. Plus he's got a little bit of a rebel streak in him, he likes to go against the grain. He's the type of guy that if you tell him to do something, he will do the exact opposite. So if by some weird occurrence he was forced to dress up, he would probably do something super sarcastic like show up in his football uniform. Number 3. Which character wears the most outrageous costume, and what would it be? This is actually probably a tie between Violet and Ashley. Violet is very much the jokester of the group. She likes to be funny. She loves to be the center of attention. So she would probably be the one to come up with the most creative and elaborate costume. What would she be? She would likely be the one to mix 2 popular costumes. So like a zombie Wonder Woman. Question number 4. On Halloween, werewolves, vampires, and zombies are on the prowl. Which of your characters gets caught in their clutches? And which creature do they subsequently turn into? This would definitely be Ashley. Ashley's not stupid, but she is rather quirky and bubbly, and she doesn't always think things through. She also has a pretty romanticized view of the world. She would likely see scary things like vampires and werewolves, probably not zombies, but vampires and werewolves as something beautiful, a misunderstood soul, someone that she can save and make a functioning member of society. She would probably go check out the werewolf first, so she would turn into a werewolf. Number 5. Who wins the contest for best costume? This would probably go to Violet or Ashley. Like I said, Violet would show up as a zombie Wonder Woman. She goes all out with this one. She gets a legit Wonder Woman costume, fake blood, and then just goes to town. Ashley is a little more colorful with her wardrobe, and it kind of shows through in her costume. So she would do something fun and brightly colored that would get everyone's attention because she's basically covered in neon. Number 6. Who hands out toothbrushes to the trick-or-treaters? More than likely Vincent. Vincent is the type of guy who believes in practical gift giving. So just handing out candy to trick-or-treaters doesn't really serve a purpose beyond giving them more of a sugar rush. But if he hands out toothbrushes that complement that candy, then he is doing a service while still completing his task as trick-or-treat candy passer outer. Is that a thing? Question number 7. Which two of your characters decide to pair up and do an angel devil costume together? Violet and Vincent are twins, and ironically they could not be more opposite of each other if they tried. So Violet would likely try to convince Vincent to do something like this, an angel or some variation of a devil angel costume, like the devil Santa Claus and the angel Jack Skellington or something. Number 8. Someone is too scared to even attend the Halloween party. Who is it? Definitely Rob. Rob had something super traumatic happen to him in his childhood that has really crippled his social skills. He doesn't ever like to be anywhere where there's too many people. He has a rough enough time going to class, let alone going to a Halloween party for fun. So he would definitely not be going to the Halloween party. Number 9. Who overdoses on Halloween candy and ends up sick? This is probably Ashley. Ashley just gets super excited about everything, and she would likely not realize how much candy she's eating until her tummy starts to hurt. She's so bubbly. You just kind of like want to wrap her in a blanket and hug her and cuddle her and make her some hot chocolate. And lastly, number 10. Which character is most likely to place a curse or hex on someone, and who would they curse? This one would have to go probably to Casey. Casey is super smart. She likes being super smart, and she knows she's super smart. She always feels like she needs to be in charge. She always feels like she needs to take command, and she needs to lead the group. So if someone were to challenge that leadership, she would probably take it very personally. Usually she's not one to have a knee-jerk reaction, but since her natural leadership has never really been challenged in her life, in this instance, she would likely have a knee-jerk reaction and lash out. Who would she hex? Whoever was trying to take the leadership role away from her. Doesn't matter who it is, whether they were intentionally doing so or not. And that's it. Those are all the questions. Let's see, who should I tag? I'm not sure if she's already done it. I'm gonna go ahead and tag Tasha Y. Miller. And I'd also like to tag all of you. Those of you that are writers out there, go ahead and do the All Hallows Eve tag. It's a lot of fun. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button on your way out. If you have any questions or would like to follow my journey in writing my first novel, you can follow me at @theamandawilmot on Twitter, or you can leave a comment down below. For now, I will bid you a fond farewell. Have an amazing week. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. I post new videos Wednesdays and Fridays, and I will see you next time.